my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today I am doing a video that Jessica from Chic Professor invited me to do when I commented on her recent video, which was the items that I used to love, and I'm reading in the whole title, but no longer buy or recommend. And she talked about clothing items, bags and shoes. Today I am going to cover off on shoes, clothing and accessories, and probably bags as well. So I've got 7 things that I want to share with you at the beginning of this video, but as I talk through it, I might come up with more. Now, just allow me to, remove this. This is an example of an item that I no longer buy. I'm going to call it really heavy costume jewelry. Now, I was known amongst my friends for really loving a local contemporary brand here named Mimco, and anything that was kind of inspired by their taste with these really chunky necklaces that were in, I'm going to say, in the around 2005, 6 to maybe 2008 or 9, I used to love trying to save up for these. Now, let me give you some context. I think they were around $300 at the time, so that was a lot for costume jewelry. Still is, and it's so heavy. This particular one, I remember, I won some money at the casino and I said, if I win enough, I'm going to go and buy this necklace because it was limited edition. It is so beautiful, but it is so uncomfortable. This is just one example, and I have kept them all. Some of them I have on display, some I have wrapped away. This is going to make a noise. And I just don't wear them. I don't buy them. Look at this one. This is just, like, these were like $300, $400 necklaces. I used to wear these with a plain t-shirt and a blazer. I would wear them to events like the races and fundraising balls and things like that and feel $1 million. And now I look at them and I think, that's why I've got a bad back. It's just, like, the detail in them is extraordinary. They're really beautiful, but I just, it's not me anymore, and it was such a playful time in my, fashion life and my actual life, but I have to say, not something that I buy anymore, nor do I recommend, obviously, on my channel, even though I do buy costume jewelry from luxury and designer houses. It's much more, it's still playful, but it's not. You don't need to go to the gym to be able to wear it, put it that way. So the next thing on my list that I no longer buy or recommend are fashion scarves or silk scarves. Now, I am coming from the perspective that I live in a subtropical climate, for one. Number 2, when I went through my real luxury scarf phase, see Burberry, how cool is this Burberry camo print kind of scarf, I had short hair. I had a pixie cut, and I was known for my combination. And when I say known, my friends and even my auntie, who did a line painting of me, it was all about sunglasses and scarves. Like, I would always have a scarf around my neck, and then when I was tired of the scarf, I would tie it onto my handbag. And so I thought that was a really chic look. This one here I bought from Dior ages ago. This is an Emilio Pucci scarf. I don't wear any of these. I don't wear any of them. There's a lot of money in my hand here, and they are folded neatly in a drawer. Do I think I'll return to them? This Camilla one, I think this was a bit cheaper, but again, I've never worn it. I don't know when I would wear it. It's beautiful. I think I suppose both of those examples are things that I've gone into wholeheartedly and gone, this is me, this is my uniform for a period of time, and I've really enjoyed what they brought to my outfits and accessorizing my outfits. But now, Yeah, I accessorize with the bags rather than the scarves or the jewelry. So maybe that's saying something about, disposable income as well, for me anyway. So, given that I film in my closet, obviously people's eyes wander around, and you can see my husband's hanging section there, and you can see my long dresses here, and then over to this side, which I sometimes film from that angle, you'll see all my tops and pants. It never used to be like that for me. I was a big cotton tops, t-shirts, singlets or vests if you're in the UK, kind of person, and then I would layer with really cheap basics, and I'd buy a lot and I'd wear them to death. Then I should have thrown them away, but I didn't. I kept them until and folded them up and never wore them, and then I'd have a big clean out, and my husband would be happy to use them as rags for his workshop. But now that little shelf there, that's all I have of cotton tops and t-shirts, and really I just use them to wear underneath knitwear if I need something between my skin and the knit, especially because then you get a bit more longevity out of your knit if your body odor and things are not going directly onto the knit, right? Now I spend my money on quality blouses and tops, and that means I buy less, but it means that I know that that's what I gravitate towards. I will always gravitate towards a nice top and probably something a little more billowy as my body has changed. I'm a little more conscious of my tummy, so I dress in things that make me feel great, and they're usually pretty things or more feminine things. So I've got some examples here. For me to have spent $500 on a Zimmermann blouse a long time ago, I just would never have done it. But every time I wear this blouse, I feel $1 million. And whenever I wear it on my videos, you guys always say, I love that blouse. And to me, that just sings the praises of actually, finding your uniform. And this is an example. I have a few examples here. Again, this is a beautiful floral shirt from the Etoile collection from Isabelle Marant. Ash, if you're watching, I'm sure you will correct my French because you are very good at doing that. Again, it's really simple, but it's just a cotton voile shirt, and it just has a bit of something extra. And I think this was around the $300 mark. I got a couple of other examples here. This is by the Couples, a French label, and I just love wearing this with a black cami underneath. I think it looks fabulous in an all black look. I can put a thicker strapped cami underneath and wear it as a workwear look. It looks great with jeans and skirts. Love it. And most recently I picked up this beautiful Etro top. Now, this was on sale, and I got an absolute steal on this. The full price on this in Australian dollars was something like $1,800. $1,800. I paid around the $500 or $600 mark, and I just love the colours in it. It's beautiful for our seasons here. And again, I would never have done that before, so I'm not wasting as much money on the fast fashion massive hauls where I'll buy one t-shirt in a bazillion colours because I don't wear them. It's not that I don't think that's a great idea for people who do wear them, but I just don't. So it was really important to me to, recognise in preparing for this video that there are places where I spend money now that I never used to before, or I used to spend the equivalent on what was fairly disposable. I'm looking at my shoe shelf now, and one thing that pops up for me is I've stopped buying cheap shoes. I used to think that more shoes was more fun, and I can't tell you the culling journey that I've been on over the last few years, where I've held onto shoes because I've bought them, because they were a bargain, and I've just never worn them, and they've just sat there, and I've kept them because I've never worn them. And it's, stuff can just mess up your life. Not that literally, but it just gets in the way of having a good time. And so when I look now, because for me, Ready to wear is something I find not very attainable, both for the price point of designer ready to wear, but also the sizing and the fact that my weight fluctuates quite significantly. And I don't think I've really stuck with any particular style or way of dressing for a very long period of time. So I find that investing in higher end shoes and footwear is my way of tapping into luxury dressing without having to worry about putting on weight, because my feet are going to stay the same size really. So here's an example. Now when I say cheap, I think these shoes were about $100. They are obviously a knockoff or dupe of the Bottega Veneta mules. I have not worn these. I've worn them around the house. I haven't worn them because they make me feel like I'm wearing a knockoff of Bottega mules. And I know that's just in my head, but that's the reality. And when I looked through my shoe cupboard to see what I had that was an example, I don't really have much anymore, because now I'm just buying really lovely shoes, and again, not as many of them, but I wear them. I'm not scared to wear luxury and designer shoes. I do wear them. I mentioned them in my 10 ridiculous luxury items that I would and have bought. I say they're ridiculous because a lot of people can't get over the fact that they touch the ground. But for me, they really elevate my outfit. They really elevate my mood. And I think that's much better value than buying 20 pairs of these sorts of things and then not ever wearing them. I think the other point that I want to make with the cheaper shoes is that when you invest in a pair of shoes and it's a little bit uncomfortable, you make sure that they're the right shoes. You don't buy shoes that you're unsure about. So you check the fit religiously. You check the design and make sure that they're comfortable enough for what you want to wear them for. And two examples that I have for you are my Hermes wedges. These are the Legend wedges. Now these do take a little bit of time to break in, especially if you've got a wider foot. I get a little feature of my second toe, fits perfectly in between the H there, so it really elongates the toe, which is such a great look. For any of you who have the long second toe, give us a thumbs up in the comments box. Tell me I'm not alone. Apparently we're fast runners and good lovers, or we just have weird feet. Anyway, that's an example. And another example I have for you is my Stuart Weitzman Nearly Naked strappy sandals. These are so worth the money. I think these were about $600-ish. I might have got them like on a 30% off sale. A block heel in a sandal is just, it's what you need. It means that you can enjoy wherever you're going for a longer period of time. The amount of pressure that goes through your heels when you're wearing those little stilettos, which I used to wear all the time. They were my go-to party shoes. I did not care about comfort. I worked in a shoe shop early on when I was at school, and we had to wear the shoes that were in fashion, and it was just a given that shoes were going to really hurt your feet. So pick shoes that look pretty and hurt your feet, not ugly. I think these look fabulous on. They really elongate my leg, and it's a great example of if you just held back and stopped buying lots of shoes that have those skinny heels and they're too high. Like I think this is only about 7 centimeters. This is good height. Don't get me wrong, they'll still hurt you after a little while, but that you can get an alternative. Yes, it will cost you a little bit more, but these are timeless and super comfortable. So, okay, I've got 2 more items left, and again, these could be as a result of my changing body type, but something I used to buy and wear a lot of were short A-line skirts. And now I find that I feel like a cheerleader when I wear short A-line skirts. They're just a little uncomfortably short. And when I say short, I'm talking just above the knee. I can't wear a pencil skirt because I'm a bit more curvy in the bottom half. So I look I can wear one, I should apologise. But I choose not to because I don't want to draw attention. I'm not, I'm not a Kim Kardashian-esque or a Nicki Minaj kind of look at my booty. I don't have... I think that's a little counselling from my dog, but I don't have that level of body confidence. So A-lines were really good because they kind of skim, but I found that, I just find the shorter skirts now. I used to love them. I really loved them, and now I buy them. Well, I've stopped buying them, but I don't wear them. So I've recently gone through a wardrobe cull in preparation for a Labels on the Lawn event that happens here, where you donate your labels and they have like a luxury thrift event with limited ticket sales, and all funds raised go to Women's Legal Service. So I thought that would be a good place to send my unused, with tags, A-line short skirts, and I've replaced those with longer skirts now, and I'm really enjoying the fact that I can either, do an A-line midi skirt, especially my leather skirt that I've worn quite a few times on this channel. It's going to get to a point where I can't wear that soon because summer's coming, but I love the playfulness of a longer skirt, that it looks great, for me anyway, with sneakers, with heels, with boots, with sandals. I can wear it with a blouse or a t-shirt. I can dress it up or dress it down. So, I think that's where I've moved to. And the final items actually, no, it won't be the final. So this was 7, but I will add 8, and I'll add a bag component. So item number 7, and I think a lot of people mention this, but I no longer buy or recommend luxury or designer makeup and skincare. I used to go to the Chanel Beauty boutique and I would buy the whole range of cleanser and moisturizer and toner, and I think that was still in the days when my skin was pretty unsettled as well. And looking back on it now, it made me feel fabulous to go and have that experience at the Chanel Beauty counter and get matched for products and things, but it really wasn't doing anything for my skin or my pocket bank balance. Same with makeup. For many years I swore by Chanel Vita Lumiere makeup, the foundation, and I would buy the eyeshadow palettes each season and then the mascara, and I would swear black and blue that it was the best. Now that we have Mecca Maxima, which is Australia's answer to Sephora, and we do have Sephora, but I prefer Mecca, I have discovered a whole bunch of new brands that actually specialise in what they do, and I really love Hourglass. It's one of my favourite brands, and also Too Faced. And in terms of skincare, I buy things from all different places that do the work that they need to do. So, I'm of the age where I'm interested in things like niacinamide and vitamin C and vitamin E and ferulic and actives. So I just don't see that that's offered as well for as competitive a price by the luxury and designer houses. In regards to bags that I no longer buy or recommend, look, I know that I will probably get some feedback about this, but I've really stopped buying contemporary bags. For a while now, I've had a video on my list, my contemporary bag collection, and I just am unmotivated to film it because they're all packed away. I don't use them. The best of the bags that I have had, I have given away to people who have expressed a love or admiration for those particular bags. If I can find some pictures, I'll insert them here. But so my Henri Bendel bags, I only have one left. I gave away the I can't remember what the name of the tote was, but I gave that away to a friend who just loved it after she saw my contemporary bag collection last year and said, "Oh, I can't believe that you would get rid of that. I'd love it." And so we came up with a little deal, and I gave that to her. I gave away my Henry Bendel trunk bag, which I really loved, but I hardly used. And, you know, when I looked at what it was worth on eBay, I could easily have sold that for quite a lot of money. But my stepdaughter adored that bag, and I thought it would be a nice gift for her as part of her birthday present a couple of years back. And so I gifted that to her, and she adores that bag, so I know it's gone to a great place. I also gifted an Aj bag, and again, if I can find pictures of these, I'll probably have to get screenshots from that video. And I gifted that to a friend of mine who just expressed a real love for that bag. And she's actually got her eyes on my Tory Burch Fleming satchel, which, you know, I'll be messaging her soon and saying, "Jules, if you want it." I recently let go of my Coach Laura bucket bag, and one of my subscribers, hi Sangeeta, was just so grateful to lap that up. She got it for a great price. It was in brand new condition. I'm just, I guess it's the same with shoes, you know. Don't get me wrong, if I see something I like, I'll buy it, but I think I've really bought into the whole the fashion, the exclusivity, the craftsmanship of designer handbags. And I was just watching Super Jacob's live stream this morning, and he was showing his Vivienne Westwood clutch. And then I went down a rabbit hole going, I love the story behind those clutches. I love that they are so empowering and political. And I've got clutches, but I don't use them. I choose a designer mini bag over those clutches, and for no other reason than I like it. It makes me feel better, and it's a designer mini bag. I know that sounds really superficial when I say it out loud, but I guess that's what this channel's about. It's about admiring designer and luxury items and talking about them, and yeah, so I'm interested to know, what do you think? I mean, I had to really think about this video and what I no longer buy and why. And I think it's been a good exercise. It's probably going to help me whilst I'm in day one of a hard lockdown to do a bit of cleaning out. So thanks if you've stayed with me this long. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I know there are a lot of people that watch my videos that aren't subscribed, and it would be fabulous if you could hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you've liked this video. And as always, if you have any suggestions for other content and videos, I'd love to hear about those. So pop them in the comments box below. But let me know what you no longer buy or recommend anymore, and we can continue that conversation in the comments section. So I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. I will see you next time. Bye.